This video is really important from a service provider perspective because here I'll be discussing about the things that your potential client hates, that a business hates, that the founder you want to work with, he hates it. The business you want to work with, they hate it. So you need to find out what all they hate. So in order to be prepared for what all they like. And if you do that, you're gonna be in the people who are gonna be hired. So yeah, that thing makes sense, right? Without wasting any further time, let us get straight to the point, because no business in this world, they want to hire somebody who is later gonna be a problem. And why I'm the right person to talk about this? Because see, I have been on both sides of the boat, because I work with businesses as well as I have my own thing. So I also hire people. I also hire freelancers on a contractual basis for my work. So I have seen it as a client as well as somebody who works with the client. So that's why I can provide you the best possible advices, best possible ways, and the best possible solution for the problems. And that too from both the perspectives. So let us get straight to the points. Number one thing, unclear communications. If you are somebody who doesn't revert to the client, you have very strict boundaries, you do not reply to the client, you take your client for granted, and you are hunting new clients while your old work is already pending in the pipeline, there is something really wrong with you. You don't need to be that person. Clients hate people who are unclear with the communication. Like, for example, if something really urgent comes up and I don't even hear from the person who I am paying to for the job to get done, what good that person would be to me in the near future, because the time I need him, he wasn't there for me. And from a business perspective, these small minute details, they narrow down to very big one. You cannot take it lightly. If you reply to our clients after 2 or 3 hours, that's problematic. You don't know it, but yes, it is problematic, and I'll tell you why it is problematic. Like if the time zone difference is there and then you can't reply because you were sleeping, taken. Now that's a valid point. So for example, if I am based out in India, I text you at 2 p.m. You revert to me at 8 p.m. or at 5 p.m. and I texted you with something really urgent. Like if it was a low priority task, yes, I don't mind. You are reaching out to me at 8 p.m. If it was a very high priority task, it needed to be taken care of by you, but you weren't available. I couldn't reach out to you, so I had to do it on my own. That's a real problem. This thing is hated by the businesses. They don't like it at all. I'm not saying you have to reply within 3 hours, but try to be active. Try to be there as soon as possible. If you can reply instantly, reply it instantly. The other person is going to be happy. He will not think that, oh, he's so vacant, he always replies to me on time. No one thinks like that. This is not your relationship with your girlfriend or somebody you like, or your one-sided affair. This is different. This is a thing where money is involved. So number one thing is unclear communication. Problem number two, a very big one, especially with Indian freelancers and faced mostly by Indian clients and a few a few international clients. That is delayed deliverables. You guys really need to lock down up to your word. If you say that something would be delivered by 7 p.m. today, end of the day, 7 p.m., you better make sure you do everything that is in your hands to make it done by 7 p.m. Because what people do is you say, I'll give it by 7, then you submit it at 10. So 1, 2, or 3 times a client will think like, yes, shit happened, it's okay. But if you are making it a habit, even if you say that I will send it to you at 7, the client will automatically add 3 hours, because that usually happens. That happens. And I'm not talking about any BS or any man-made theories or something like that. This is practical. Only you will realize this thing when you start hiring people, when you start working with people, when your own money is put at stake. You realize how you want the people to be. Like the people who are working with you, the people who are running your business, the people who are helping you run your business, you want them to be the best. You do not want to set for average when it comes to your own money being invested in people. You want the best people. So the people that I have right now, for the website, for the other stuff that I do, they are the best. They are the best at what they do. So you have to be among the best. Point number 3 is related to the previous one, and that is being punctual. A meeting starts at 11 a.m. You arrive every time at 11:15. Why? Couldn't you just join the meeting 5 minutes prior, just leave your videos and audios turned off and wait there for people? especially when you are talking about your future clients, your potential clients, or the people you are working with, or the team that you are currently working with. These things matter. People remember who was the first one to enter the room, who entered at last. These things, they narrow down to, like, you see it from a micro perspective, but these things are from a macro perspective. You have to see it from a macro perspective, because everywhere when money is involved, these minute details will help your client as well as you being more professional. So be punctual. If you say, be a man of your word, be a woman of your word, whatever you are, just stick to your word. Please stick to it. If you say, I'll be there in the meeting at 11 a.m., make sure you are there at 11 a.m. Now, if they are late, they might be in the guilt trip, and next time you guys would start at 11. Value your time, because if you won't value your time, no one else will. If you are somebody who always shows up at time, the next time I set up a meeting, I'll myself be aligned that this guy is always punctual. I have to be there at this particular time. Both thing would be being accountable. Indian freelancers do not have this thing. They do not. Especially like if you are working with only one person, yes, you could have that person accountable. As soon as you hire 3 people who are supposed to do one job, like you, for example, you said there is a video editor, there is a graphic designer, there is a website development one. The website development guy had to put out a video on the website. So now the video is not out, the deadline has passed. The website guy says, I couldn't put the video because the video guy didn't share the video with me. The video guy says that I couldn't share the video with the website guy because the thumbnail guy, he couldn't provide me the thumbnail. So we didn't had a thumbnail for the guy. Now the thumbnail guy says that the client didn't provided me clear instructions. I didn't knew it was needed to be done today. Clear cut miscommunication. No one is taking accountability for their work. Now, even if they are taking accountability, it is being blamed on others. Businesses hate it. So whatever you do, be accountable for it. If your job is a graphic designer and you are supposed to submit a graphic, submit it on the particular time. If you cannot, be honest. Just say that there was this problem. There was give genuine reason, like whatever the problem was, just tell the client that. If you say that I was having a mental block, I couldn't do it. Okay, I understand you couldn't do it. That's absolutely all right. No need to be ashamed of it. But if you say that, give excuses related, make your some relative die for an example, I don't know what is that, but yeah, do not do that. If you're enjoying the video so far, write down enjoy in the comment section so I know that the things I'm saying, they are making sense and I'm not only just putting it out of the blue and you guys are not relating to it at any extent. So please write it down. That's gonna help me a lot. Now let us move over to the next point. The next point is giving your inputs. Most people that I have worked with, even with international teams, even with my own team, even with the domestic teams that I have overseen, the problem is people here are too shy to give their inputs. Give your inputs, dude. You are hired, you have a job here. What are you thinking? This is not your classroom where the teacher is gonna just point finger at you that you answer this question to me. No, that's not gonna happen here. You have to take the accountability. You have to give your inputs. Now that's your obligation. You should do it. But people here, they are too shy, too introverted. I don't know what should I call it, because it's like either they feel that their opinion will not be valued, or maybe the past experiences where their opinions were not valued. Like, you let me know in the comment section what it is, but people do not take the step here. Like, if I say to my guy that, okay, what are your thoughts on it? He will share his thoughts and those thoughts would be wonderful. They would be top notch. But if I don't ask him, he will not share his thoughts. Why? Why? Now, the last point and the favorite one for Indian freelancers. And that is going MIA without telling. MIA is missing in action. So you guys do not just disappear. You are not a ghost. You are not the main character. This is not a movie. This is a corporate environment where you are expected to do your job, because if you don't do your job, the business suffers. And if the business suffers, your salary suffers. So if you are planning to take a leave, just inform in advance. Most people are chill with it. Do not just disappear without let the client wonder where he vanished, where he is. We can't reach out to him. Don't be that guy. In case of emergency, yes, if certain case emergency arises, you can't reach out to the client and all that stuff, that's fine. But how long is it gonna take to just say and write the problem? Hardly a minute or two. I'm not saying that you do all this because you are accountable, because you are being paid or all that stuff. These are the things that really tell whether you are professional or not. like whether you are a professional or not. So, are you a professional or not? Write it down in the comment section. I want to know if you are making these mistakes, if you were doing it for a long time, it's time to put an end to it and start behaving like a professional. Because likes attract likes. The more professional you are, the chances of you colliding with people who are even more professional than you, they increase. So, yep, that is pretty much it for this quick video. Like, I have been a lot consistent now, so I think that's a good thing. Again, follow these things. If you haven't subscribed to my newsletter, do it, man. I am dropping some great insights over there, that too for free. Just sign up. The link is in the description. Like, there is a single link, the freelancematrix.com. You can just go over there and there are all resources. You can just sign up from there on and implement all these stuff. Have any doubts, just write in the comment section. My socials are also in the description. If you want to connect with me on LinkedIn, Instagram, or Twitter, you can connect there and implement it all. Again, we are at that segment. So these are the 11 mistakes, or I don't know the number. These were the mistakes that I made for the longest times in the last 6 years. Learn from them, completely avoid them, and see how smooth your journey becomes. All right, I'll see you there. Bye bye.